Max Verstappen endured a miserable FP2 at the Canadian Grand Prix, as F1 star Lance Stroll suffered an embarrassing crash early on in the session. Despite setting the fastest time in FP1, Verstappen's Red Bull was only good enough for P9 in the second practice session, finishing below both Williams and the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso. Read more. FIA announced Charles Leclerc disqualification verdict ahead of Canadian Grand Prix. Elsewhere, Lance Stroll returned to the racetrack in Mieuxindas in Canada after he withdrew from the Spanish GP due to a hand and wrist injury, but a brush with the wall at turn 7 resulted in an embarrassing end to his FP2 session. The Canadian broke the front left tire off his Aston Martin as he understeered wide into the wall, despite having time to back out of the incident, and was unable to set a time in FP2. Earlier in the day, FP1 was a difficult affair for Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari, with the champion's teammate also hitting the barriers early in the session. Hamilton and Leclerc only managed P5 and P10 respectively during the opening practice session in Montreal, with Max Verstappen setting the fastest time ahead of Williams duo Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz, who made a surprise appearance in the top 3. Leclerc crashed 15 minutes into FP1, which ended his session prematurely, after the Ferrari star locked up into the barriers at the second chicane, causing a red flag and making his chances of returning for FP2 highly unlikely. The 27-year-old was ruled out of FP2 after Ferrari were forced to build a new chassis, which will not be scrutinized by the FIA until Saturday morning, meaning Leclerc is unable to compete until the car is deemed legal. Even Hamilton was not immune to a mistake in FP1 and spun at the turn 10 hairpin. Although the champion managed to keep his Ferrari on the track and out of the barriers, McLaren struggled to find pace during FP1, but bounced back into the top 10 during the second practice session, although Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris had no answer for George Russell, who set the fastest time on Friday evening.